did you get flack from coaches or teammates ever for the beliefs you had? Did you, I mean, the average guy, I'm assuming there didn't care much about God and it was important for you. How did that, do you have some stories on that or how did that go?
Sure. I think one of the most, from Vancouver, one of the things that stuck with me the most or stuck with my career the most was when I was playing for Tortorella. He just said, "Oh yeah, he's a weird dude," and that kind of just stuck. And I think he meant it in a, who knows what he meant, but the way I take it, it was just different. There's something different. You're weird because you're different. You don't necessarily do the things that everyone else does. I think he knew that I wasn't the one leading the night scene or the one going out, going to strip clubs. Like, oh man, you're in the NHL, girls are all over you. Why aren't you taking advantage of that? That's weird, or man, you're not going out to the Roxy. Yes, I've been to the Roxy, but I'm saying it wasn't a habit of mine. It wasn't a habit to be going every night to these clubs. It was just something that was weird for, someone in their late 20s who had everything for them to actually try to live by a standard or try to live by a conviction that they had in life. And yes, that's what's beautiful about the Bible is we're all fallen. Yes, I messed up, but it was something that I had convictions in my life and I wanted to live up to those. So, whether it was working hard, I think that was one thing that I really wanted to. I never wanted to look back on my career and say, man, I didn't work hard. I didn't waste a gift. So yeah, maybe I worked out a little too much or just did something that I shouldn't have. So I think that is kind of one thing that there. I remember, when I was in Florida, just a really good friend of mine at the time, he was really involved and, he said, hey, someone from LA called and asked me about you, they wanted to trade for you. And they're like, hey, I heard he's a Christian. Like, is he really a Christian? Like, how is he in the locker room? Like, does he really believe these things? And he was like, no, yeah, he really does. Like, he's, he has his faith and he lives up to that. He tries to, and, he's not going to be one of the guys that's leading the charge of going out or staying out late. And they said, okay, well, that's not for us then. We kind of want a close knit team. And obviously they think that being a Christian, you're not going to fit in with guys. And that's not the case at all. I mean, I still have many great friends from the NHL and respect people from all points of view. So it's just funny how there's kind of a double standard there, but, and then just one other time, I think just a freshman in college, I was 17 years old in college and like my very first party going to, or, meeting the guys, was a Friday night or Saturday night. And one of the older guys like wanted to fight me because I wouldn't drink, I was 17 years old in college. And I'm like, I'm not going to drink tonight. Like I'm not a big drinker. I never was I really didn't have a desire for it. I thought it was wrong. And, I wasn't telling him not to drink. I just said, hey, I don't. And like one guy kind of wanted to fight me. I was like, that's not what I anticipated. But just little stories like that through the times that, it happens.
Yeah.